Welcome back. We are waiting for the final round of Swiss to begin. Our colleagues are choosing some good feature match that's probably going to be a win and in.
Yes, it's not so clear. Like some of the people that are obviously high in the ranking, they can draw, but there are like 6-7 players with 18 points.
I think that the 18 points, the 6 ones go all the way to 9th place actually. So they can't draw, and then there's until 13th place, there's people with 5-1-1. Mm-hmm. With good tiebreakers, you win, you're still in. So I believe we are going to have more than one win and in match today.
So we'll try to get you somebody with 18 points. So then it's very clear you win, you're in top 8. So that's yep.
I had a view of the top. I mean, I walked around the top tables last round since I wasn't commenting, and there's a lot of blue, I gotta say. We initially thought it was a lot of red. There is some red, but to me it looked like there's a lot of Parallax Tides. There's a Stasis deck there, up there, quite high. Mm-hmm. There's also an Enchantress deck, which is, I think, a piece of news that will warm your heart a little bit.
For sure.
So like there's a lot of blue. There's also some Parallax Replenish decks out there. And a couple of burn decks, I believe. We have blue-white control on X1 or X11, I believe.
Because we had it last round.
That's the one that won last round on the feature match, right?
Yes. I have to say, when I walked around, I saw like Parallax Tide right and left. Like it's everywhere, and it's deciding games, and
that's what it does. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very, very strong.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, the games often boil down to like a one fight counter magic for the Tide. There's a lot of Menlands, there's a lot of Mishra's Factories, some Fairy Conclaves, but yeah, we'll see. I'm curious how many Parallax Tides are going to be in the top 8. What would you think? How many are we going to see?
12.
I'm going to say 16.
16 Parallax Tides.
I'm going to say 16 Parallax Tides in the top 8, but like we'll see.
Yes, we will see.
Yeah, so I can see some sounds from back there. Maybe we're getting close to getting a feature match. All right, so we have Filippo Spaggiari.
All day we are getting in the chats like a question, what's the cheapest deck? There you go.
This looks pretty. Yeah, this looks affordable. But this is the controlling version. I like it.
It's control version without Wasteland, which can be a decision motivated by gameplay, but it can be more motivated by not needing to buy for Wasteland.
Well, I mean, you have Dust Ball there, right?
Yes.
Dust Ball, which is like a repeated Wasteland. There's also 3 copies of Skeletal Scrying, if I see correctly. So that's really geared for late game. Yeah.
Yes, 3 Skeletal Scrying, 3 Eternal Dragon. You're pushing it like very much. And there's Dust Ball, which can be better obviously than Wasteland. But then again, if you want to get into this format, like this is like I mean it's as cheap as it gets, right? Is there an expensive card that we see here? Maybe one Unlighted Tutor. I don't know how much is that.
It's gonna be what, like 25-30 euros would be my guess, but
that's
like
one off, and
please double check on that. Yeah. We also Bartoloměj Sviták with another Deadguy. Also, we're having like the aggro version of Deadguy Ale with Nantuko Shade and
Spectre
and Death Grasp. I see a copy of Death Grasp. Wow.
I mean, not even I think Death Grasp is like remotely, but
it's a better Drain Life, you know, like.
No, but very often if you watch some Deadguy Ale gameplay, you realize that you're in a situation you have full grip, you have 2 arena, and you are getting on like 6 life. So you typically target Gerard's Verdict in yourself and discard 2 lands, gain 6 life, so that gives you some breathing space. Yeah. But maybe the Death Grass can be an answer. I think it's just too weak because if you use 5 mana, you deal 3 damage, you gain 3 life, and you tap out 5.
I think it's meant more for like top 9, drain for 7.
Yes, of course. But like
also in this control matchup, like if you draw it late, it can just break the game wide open. It's it's a blaze late game.
Absolutely,
right?
I agree with that.
But
you can kill Goblin Lucky turn 3.
Is that enough? That sounds like a little bit too late.
I was just thinking I will throw this perspective into
Sure. Yeah. Also, if you want to kill a dreadnought, it's gonna cost you 14 mana. So.
By the way, one of our viewers, Nidla Google, says Phyrexian Furnace is expensive.
Is it?
So it came at last. So now we can sell our hundreds of stock.
Did you buy all the? Is it expensive because of you? I'm wondering. Like, I know that you've been an advocate for Phyrexian Furnace, but like, come on, you could have like been reasonable.
No, I only have playset.
Gerard's Verdict is
a very nice
card. I bet if Filippo saw the Gerard's Verdict with either of the two Duresses, he would take it.
And then Vindicate hurts because Vindicate is one of the most flexible. It's one of the reasons to be in it.
Yeah.
And I remember when Vindicate was printed, it was like one of the best cards. Ever so flexible.
Yeah.
It can destroy basic land. It can destroy anything. So
yeah, it can. And it's still years later. It's still very flexible.
Yes.
It kills Dreadnought. It passes the Dreadnought test.
Yeah, but like it just doesn't kill Dreadnought, I'm afraid.
It doesn't.
It's just too slow. Yeah, it gets dazed. It gets everything.
Everything. Is that a word?
It is from now.
Okay. I approve. So Bartoloměj is likely gonna go Wasteland Morph. I'm wondering, is he gonna shuffle the cards? Come on, please shuffle the cards. Like, come on, like it. It can be the whipcorder that you just drew, right?
Maybe they're just such a fair duelist, you know.
I mean, there's nothing unfair about not letting your opponent know it's an Exalted Angel.
Yeah,
but
it's probably good to eat some removal.
I mean, I would be surprised if it wasn't, right? Like he doesn't even have 2 white to flip it over.
Yeah, what's interesting that he didn't flip it.
He cannot. He has
he doesn't have. Oh yeah.
He has 2 swamps, Wasteland.
So now he can return
There's
Eternal
a
Dragon.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sure. You're talking about Filippo. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Filippo.
Yeah. But so there's a reason to kill that land straight away, so that he cannot return the Eternal Dragon. There's gonna be oh my god. Skeletal Strike for 4.
That's so strong.
Wow.
That's so strong.
Also so painful.
Not so painful.
It is moderately painful.
Yes. But I mean, pay 4, draw 4. I think we had better cards than that, and they were super strong.
Yeah. Okay, is that another white source? It is not. So Exalted Angel will continue its Grey Ogre impersonation. And I mean, I would be surprised if Filippo didn't have something at this point.
Yes.
This is like, okay, sure. Gerard's Verdict.
That's how we start. We gain
The game is just slipping away from Bartoloměj's.
He discards Dark Ritual and he's going to check on Eternal Dragon. It says, I will kill you in 13 turns.
That's what it says?
Yes, I think so.
In dragon language? All right.
I had 1 semester of dragon languages.
Ooh, okay.
Not fluent.
Can you say, I want 3 goblins for dinner in dragon language?
No, it's too complicated.
Okay. Wow, I mean, Filippo has to have everything at this point, right?
Not to mention dragon don't have want. They just have it.
They just
take it.
I have 3 goblins for dinner.
Yes, exactly.
They don't ask questions. They don't ask for permission. That is an expensive card, or so I've heard.
Yes. But this one is stigmatized.
With the little stamp in the bottomless corner. I think it's still fine. Like it's still old design.
No,
like
it's good.
My thing is that we've been trying this kind of like Highlander kitchen table with old frame cards, and we included all the new reprints. But it took them so long to learn not to make them too dark or too weird. Like the colors in the first something like Mishra versus Words at X, it's just like it was so far from the mark of what the old cards actually, the colors they were. You know, I was surprised that that is a barrage of verdicts.
Yes.
But
like sometimes we always think about progress, but there is obviously regress as well in our in the world, and there are things that we could do and we can't do anymore. you know, like the huge construction works of like some past. It's like question whether we'll be able to do it today.
So what you're saying is we can't build pyramids again?
Like something like that. I can't imagine, for example, like could we build pyramids? Like would it be like a budget of some country for 20 years? And now could we do that? Not to mention like one of the most famous, like a Greek fire. You know that what Eastern Romans had. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think it's like the fire that.
It was a chemical substance
Yeah.
they kept in jars made of clay, and when it was in contact with air, it was on fire.
Okay.
So they used it in naval battles, and they were absolutely demolishing anybody.
Okay.
So they were like throwing these jars that exploded on the collision,
Right. And then the
it
ships
burned
caught fire.
burned ships, and it was burning on water as well.
Oof.
And we don't know how to make it.
Really?
Yes.
There's no like records.
It was like a nuclear weapon of Byzantine Empire, and it was such a well kept secret that we don't know how to make it.
Wow. I mean, I suppose it makes sense that they were afraid their enemies would get hold of it and they would lose the advantage. Yeah. There's a game going on here.
Is it?
Yeah. As interesting as the Byzantine Empire is, there is an exalted angel. There was an exalted angel.
Yes. It's
there,
ex-angel.
It's an exalted ex-angel.
Expert.
But it managed to take Filippo down to 7 before he drew an answer to it. So,
I have to say, when Filippo resolved the draw 4, I was thinking it's like pretty much over.
It's
but I
over,
forgot that there is so much air in these decks.
Yeah.
Because including like on one side dark ritual, discard, you know, you have a lot of discard.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
Like,
there's quite a lot of air, and there's a lot of removal and not so many threats.
Yeah.
So we might be here for quite some time. But Filippo has Eternal Dragon, and that's the thing.
But like if Bartoloměj has one, if Filippo's plan is to block with that dragon, Bartoloměj is gonna attack for 4. Then Filippo taps out for that dragon, and if Bartoloměj has an answer, that's GG. Right?
Yes.
Unless it's Sword to Plowshares, which give Filippo one more
One
turn.
more
But,
turn,
like
yes.
Vindicate would do it, and a couple of other cards would. So like to me, it's what it looks like is like, oh, okay, is that a smaller or? Because it looked like he was a bit desperate to find a removal spell for the first angel. And now, if it took him, you know, he took a couple of hits, so I suppose he doesn't have an answer to the second one. But
You can imagine.
we'll see.
Or he just drew Vindicate and he can't cast it.
Okay, sure, because he tapped 5 in his upkeep. Well, Vindicate would still be fine next turn. But like, I'm thinking like, does he have a Smother? If he does, he should probably do it now. Maybe he just wants to. Okay, he just wants to cycle the dragon. Oh.
Yes, that's what I thought was going to happen.
Okay.
So he's going down to 3.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yes. Like the only good thing for Filippo, part that he's dying, like the turn after, is that his opponent has to like tap out.
Sure.
So
yeah.
single removal will do,
Yeah,
at least for a turn.
but he doesn't have it. Looks like.
You know what I'm thinking. Even if Bartoloměj has removal,
Yeah.
sorry, discard. I want to say discard, but he clearly doesn't. He can't cast it. That was the idea. But now, is he casting?
Do you know? He could have a Decree of Justice.
Or
and,
he
like,
has another
hard
Eternal
cast.
Dragon. He can have another Eternal Dragon. But it looks more like the Decree.
So you're making what, 2 angels, right?
Yeah, it costs 3.
It costs 4 XX. So
Two
for 8 mana,
4/4s.
you would make.
2 4/4s.
Okay, he's gonna just first see if there's a swarm.
Obviously.
Okay.
Nothing there.
Vindicate.
His own angel.
Morph. Okay. Huh.
Oh,
Okay, a little bit of correction there, but oh come on, we all know that you're going to use those 4 mana to untap that angel. So like, no need for takebacks here, okay?
But did you know that when you play land
Yeah.
and then you change your mind,
Yeah.
you can change it?
Oh really? Like even in competitive rules?
Yes. I'm surprised.
Okay, I didn't know that.
If nothing happened in between.
Okay. Interesting. Because
Nothing happened in
nothing
between,
happened,
there
there's
is no
no
reason.
information that you would get out of it.
I have to say I was surprised. I usually let people to do it, but now I learned that you don't even let people do it. You just do it.
You have to let people do it. Hypnotic Spectre.
Wow.
That doesn't do much there. And you don't want to attack because that would just give Filippo 4 life. It is an angel. Okay. Like you could, okay, never mind. Nobody plays with quarter in that deck. We had an interesting situation with the Chain of Vapor and Cabal Archon during the match where you were not here, where player A has Dreadnought, player B has Cabal Archon.
What's Cabal Archon?
That's the guy who sacrifices clerics to drain the opponent for 2. And the player A played Chain of Vapor, targeting Cabal Archon. And player B said, okay, I'm going to sack it to drain you for 2. And then I'm going to sacrifice a Swamp to bounce your Dreadnought. Which doesn't work because the Archon's not there anymore and Chain of Vapor fizzles.
Wow.
So there was a judge call actually for that.
By the way...
Yeah, there's more angels now than there were just a minute ago. And there's also swords.
And I think this can be it.
Yeah. Somehow Filippo managed to stay alive. I'm wondering if he had the decree the turn before. Like if he decided to play the Exalted Angel first and then the decree.
Yeah.
It would be safer to play the decree first, just in case your opponent has a removal, right? Because then you can still jump. Okay.
But here I would attack with the other angel as well. Right? Because you just want to push. You
don't care about your cards in your hand anymore. Firex in Arena, that might be... I mean, okay, never mind. Like, if it's stuck, then you're still in 28, but you're taking 12 a turn, so it's not such a great prospect, but scratch that. Firex in Arena bites the dust. And Bartoloměj is down to a Lonely Hypnotic Spectre again.
Now he remembers and he will return Eternal Dragon.
I mean, he very well could have remembered last turn.
Yeah, that's true. He was doing that. No, he wasn't.
What was he doing?
Last turn he was already attacking.
You're right. Okay.
Yes, but
okay.
It's okay.
He plays still relatively conservatively, attacking only 1. But I mean, it makes sense. He doesn't want to discard cards. So.
Yeah, but since he's gaining that life with Exalted Angel, now his opponent could be lethal next turn, but it is not.
What is Bartoloměj drawing though? Like, I don't think there is much that he can draw to kind of like get back to the.
Yeah, but what I'm saying that already this turn he could have been threatening with lethal. I think so.
Playing it a little bit more on the safe side, I would say. But yeah, this is quite an overwhelming advantage, looks to me. So again, take 8, go to 12. That should be lethal next turn if we play the Eternal Dragon. And I mean, I guess there is nothing to be afraid of.
No,
like, there's no. If you're playing,
Bartoloměj can draw Wrath of God.
Yeah, are you playing Wrath of God in the deck with Hypnotic Spectre?
No, you're not. But Filippo is playing Wrath of God.
Yeah, I know, but like, I mean, if you're in Philip's position, you're not afraid to slam the dragon, right? Because there's no sweeper there.
So he's thinking about champing, am I right? We're still in. No, this is decree. End of turn.
Oh, it's like end of turn decree, and that should do it.
That's the game.
All right, so we had the control Deadguy Ale beating the aggro Deadguy Ale.
I think
sense.
yes, I think that control is more of a favorite.
Yeah.
But of course, things can go oddly heady drawn differently. Like that Exalted Angel could have killed him. He was on 3 life.
Yeah, he was very close to dying dead to that. And
I think so. Yeah. I think he's bringing in Smother. He's bringing it Nevinar's Disc.
Okay, isn't it too slow for like Ritual Hypnotic Spectre? Or?
I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Like I think that's what you want, and that gives you time to get value from your like Eternal Dragon.
Okay.
So
is he bringing in Seal of Cleansings for Firex in arenas?
He has 1 Disenchant main deck. So he has 4.
He has Vindicates.
He has 4 Vindicates.
So maybe not.
Maybe not. But what are you?
You're a control deck, so like the resolved arena will kill you. Like it's maybe the biggest threat from the aggro version, right? Like because
I mean, it's obviously bad. I think kill you. That's maybe too strong because, as I said before, there's a lot of blank and probably like 2 turns of arena is not the end of the world for the control deck. Not to mention, if you get the Nevneral Disc, you can do like 2 for 1, so you get some cards back, and you have that Eternal Dragon that works in your favor as well.
Would you remove some duress just because it's a blank in the late game?
Yes, I don't like.
It's a good card in the first 4 turns of the game.
I think duress, you pretty much only want to discard either Dark Ritual if you're on the play, but he won't be, or Arena, which he can put.
I mean, sometimes you discard their swords to kill them with an angel, but you have a lot of answers.
But I think for the aggro, what we're looking at right now, I would keep duress. Sure. Because you need to, like you discard like Wrath of God or something. But if I'm on the control side, I would probably remove it.
Okay, that makes sense. Like, I agree that if you're the aggro guy, you know that you have worse late game. So what you're looking at is sticking a threat, making sure that the opponent doesn't have removal, and just like riding that threat to victory. Yes. It can be an Antagoshade, it can be an Exalted Angel. So the duress makes a lot of sense. Maybe we can take the Dark Ritual out here. Because
but I think you like then you don't play Dark Ritual. Like I get your point, but I think like a hippie turn 1. Yeah. Okay, let's hope he doesn't have swords, but that can really be. Smother. Yeah, but Smother doesn't work.
Yeah, he's on plays.
Yes.
Wait, what do you want to sideboard in?
But I mean, in the first place, I wouldn't play Dark Ritual. I don't like the card.
We're in the situation where we're playing Dark Ritual. Yes. You can't do that. Like there's Dark Ritual.
Yes, but if he plays it, I think you probably just keep it. Maybe you can trim it a little bit. You can keep like 2 maybe. But I don't know.
What do you board in?
Not sure. I think
maybe with the Reg for.
I like Reg. Yeah. I like Reg because it's another threat, even if it's just 2/2. Yeah. That can do it. I think I like Edict.
Okay, sure. And better than Swords of Plowshares. It doesn't give. But like my problem with Edict is the opponent cycles Decree in response, and then suddenly your Edict looks pretty bad.
Yeah, so it's possible that he can bring like Engineered Plague for the tokens.
I really don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Don't like it at all. Like you're losing a card. The opponent knows about it, so he's just gonna like either. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. But like honestly, I think it boils down to like how many cards do you need to take out. So maybe you just need to board in more, and then at that point, Engineered Plague. But I mean, not a big fan.
Yes, I think what's one of our viewers, Tony Silva, is saying that there's a problem mana base. These decks do struggle with mana base because if you play opposition like enemy colors in Premodern, you don't have fetch lands. Yep. And that makes your mana much worse, especially if you need like double white or double black, which this deck needs double white, the other one needs double black as well for Nantuko
Oh yes.
And it can take 4 turns before you draw that second land, so that can be a big issue.
Are you a fan of Tainted Field? The land taps for black.
Only if you have swamp.
If you have it taps for white if you have swamp.
It taps for colorless and it taps for white or black if you have swamp.
If you have swamp, okay, that makes sense.
No. Not a big fan.
City of Brass maybe as a one-off.
I think some people do play it actually, but if you especially if you play like a control-ish mid-range deck, City of Brass is very, it hurts too much. It takes so many points of damage, over the course of the game. Yeah. Now you're trying to play Arena, you're trying to play Skeletal Scrying. Not ideal.
Filippo doesn't play Arena, right? Does he?
It seems like that.
I don't think he has it. And like his mana base is Caves of Coilers, Basic, Dust Bowls, and Barrenmoor, if I see correctly. So that's I think
Filippo's Arena is Skeletal Scrying and Eternal Dragon.
Yeah, right. I agree. All right, so
when we say problem, mana-based problem, means that you don't get like your colors. That's the problem. It's not the price. If you see Filippo's mana base, it's cheap.
Yeah.
Right. There's nothing expensive. Yeah. So that the problem is that you don't get like double white or double black when you need it. And we've been there. You have 4 basics from one and none from the other, or just one and you need the second one. So that can be problematic.
All right, so we'll see what happens. I mean, Bartoloměj should make sure not to overextend into something like Wrath of God. Try to clear the way for his threads.
But what I would like from Bartoloměj, like turn 1 Dark Ritual Arena, and then just keep like discarding answers
Yeah, sure.
for that arena and just write to victory.
That
from
could
there.
work. That could work.
I think definitely one of the crucial cards is Gerard's Verdict.
Yeah. So
Like the more you draw, the better.
Oh yes, yeah. Gerard's Verdict is awesome. So Bartoloměj goes down to 6, and he starts with Swamp and Go.
Yes.
So no the
As
rest.
Filippo, I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, like Filippo just breathed a sigh of relief. I think, like the most dangerous scenarios from Bartoloměj's deck are not happening this game, and then we'll see what does happen. Caves of Coils, okay, and pass.
So Nantuko.
Looks like it. Is it gonna get sorted to Plowshared? Okay, so we have a threat. That's like the boxes that you need to tick off. Like, what do you need to do to win? Threat. Okay, tick.
Yes.
Box
I
number
think
2.
Nantuko Shade is cool. The problem is like early, it just attacks for 2. Because like putting any mana into it, it can like backfire dramatically. Like if you don't play anything turn 3, it just feels horrible. So
We'll see. So it looks like Bartoloměj is pumping once. Filippo will cycle a land in response to try to find some
And
source
source
of power. So
departures.
maybe he already had them. Who knows?
Yes.
Either way, Nantuko is going to hit the bin, but Bartoloměj decided not to pump twice, which signals to me that he has something else.
Yes.
Maybe like a land, another Nantuko. And the point really like asking Filippo the question.
Gerard's Verdict. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's something.
No, I think that's good.
No, but like it's not a threat.
Yeah, it's not a threat. It's true, but we said before, like Gerard's Verdict is like if he discards now, like in previous game he discarded Vindicate and Wrath of God.
Yeah, that was good. So this time
Now-
it's
now
Swamp.
That's
Gain 6.
very relevant. Like you like Filippo wants to be playing his lands at least until like turn 6 or
But
7.
it means he has lands, right? Like he wouldn't discard it.
Yes.
Like he has planes. Maybe he doesn't have planes because he played those swords, but it's gonna be something. Another Cave of Coilos. All right. Do you vindicate the planes?
No.
No. That's what I thought.
So like white. Is there any threat apart from Gerard's Verdict?
I mean, there's Exalted Angel that goes double wide, but
Yeah,
like
so
you'd
you
rather
have time for
vindicate the angel rather than the.
Oh,
Yeah,
Spectre.
okay, Hypnotic
Or
Spectre.
you much rather
Yeah.
indicate that.
I kind of like the fact that Filippo really has to answer every threat from Bartoloměj, right? Like if you let Nantuko Shade run around for a bit, it's gonna deal a decent amount of damage. If you let Hypnotic Spectre run around for a bit, you're like falling into a hole, not having a lot of cards. So yeah, I like that. I like that, but he has all the answers so far.
And next turn, if he has 5 mana, he can bring back Eternal Dragon. Especially if like Bartoloměj passes the turn without doing anything. What's this card?
Is it? I have no idea what that card is. It is a land. It is a land with new design. Is it Rishan Port?
Could be. Actually, it could be.
Yeah. Like tap for 1. I have no clue what that card is. Those new designs. Ritual. Ooh, okay, wow.
6 mana.
Okay, so it is probably a land that taps for white, because otherwise...
Swords. No, he's cycling.
Okay. Maybe it's the Tainted Field we talked about, no? It is the Tainted Field,
It is
yeah.
Tainted
So,
Field. So
yeah,
Bartoloměj
it
is
just
the fan.
tapped for white. But, like, I'm not sure... Okay, it will stick at least for now. You're really kind of like taxing Filippo's removal charge.
Very cool.
Okay.
So there's Decree.
Cycle for 2. That is.
Something.
I mean, not really.
No, it's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Stick a threat and just keep attacking.
I have to say I would probably keep like white open.
I don't think he kept anything open.
Yes, I would just keep white open if you draw sorts
for
of
the
plowshares.
swords?
Because
Because
you
like
probably
1 or 2.
you're probably discarding your hand anyway. so that could work.
Okay.
I think having 1 or 2 tokens doesn't make any difference.
You're not racing the Exalted Angel. It's gonna be like if a threat sticks or if it doesn't in the end.
But he kept card in hand, Filippo.
Yeah,
so
right. He discarded another decree and land. Okay, yeah. The ball is now very much on your side of the court, says Filippo. Because, like, I can imagine for Filippo with the Eternal Dragon in the graveyard, this waiting game, he is very much okay with that. So, but
and now
he's gonna give it a read.
We're already there when he's going to bring it back.
Oh.
Maybe next turn. So what is this? Arena. No.
Vindicate the Angel, alright. And we keep the pressure going.
Yes. So he goes to 10.
Yeah.
But I think he's still...
I mean, Filippo doesn't have land number 7 right now, right? So he can only bring back the dragon and like hope to draw another land next turn. And
well, he can bring it back.
Yeah.
Draw lands. Like
no, that's like he would be 1 turn short.
Yes.
Right.
I'd say I would probably keep just the planes open.
So attack Bartoloměj down. That is an important card. And now Bartoloměj knows. I guess it makes sense to play it because you don't get hit by Gerard's verdict at least. But now Bartoloměj will have to find an answer to that Eternal Dragon.
That's a big difference being 5-5 and 4-5, isn't it?
There's exactly 1 point of power. Dragons just punch harder than angels, you know. Like
yes, but if one was 5-5 and the other was 5-4,
then they would be punching exactly the same. Yeah. Nantuko Shade is not a bad card now. It gets chumped by the tokens, but it can beat the dragon and...
So he doesn't have 7 mana.
Huh?
So he does have 7 mana.
Yeah, he does. He played the land last turn, actually. So like Bartoloměj already knew that there's the land there. And the Shade can be a 5-4 right now. 6-5, still not quite enough. One card in Bartoloměj's hand. I'm not sure if I like attacking here, because if you attack, trade it for the dragon, he's gonna bring it back. Okay, Filippo plays it conservatively. Just chumps. Okay, sure, why not?
The problem is when you do that, then you swing next turn with Exalted Angel and putting him down to 2.
Right, but then you can bring back.
Yeah, you bring dragon.
The dragon, and you have still time to play, no? Because if he traded with the Eternal Dragon, this is the turn where he would be bringing it back.
Yes, and not
then
playing
he takes
it.
4.
So he goes to 2,
and
then
he
any
plays
answer kills. Any removal kills him. Well, now he has maybe breathing room. Or
Yeah,
like
sure.
that.
Yeah, it would be risky. That's for sure. Yeah. The trouble is that if Bartoloměj draws in the swamp, then he can't trade it for the Eternal Dragon anymore. Like any black source now means that he could still trade it for the token and the dragon, but okay, you're gonna run out of blockers this week, right? Like next turn, okay, there's the black. I would actually prefer to play that black source before combat, because if Filippo decided to block or double block, you would kill 1 more creature. And you see, now, Nantuko Shade will eat the dragon next turn.
Yes, I think that's what's very cool about Nantuko Shade, that early it's okay-ish threat, but late game it can be just absolutely like a powerhouse.
Didn't you just say that Nantuko Shade is really bad in the early game and that's why you shouldn't play it?
Yeah, I said okay. It's not very good. It's not very good threat early, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. But saving grace is that this late game it can be 6-7-6, 6-5, 6-7-5.
Yeah, it can. And now again, it's one of those threats that Filippo has to answer. If he doesn't, that's it. So what is it? Gerard's verdict.
Looks like it.
Yeah. What does that do?
Oh, he targets himself.
Oh, nice. But he discarded the Enlightened Tutor.
I don't understand.
So he doesn't have an answer. Like, what can he tutor now? Oof. Vindicate the Dragon and swing for the win. Wow. Okay.
I mean, what I'm happy about is that we'll get game 3.
Yeah, yeah.
And so everything is on the line. You win and you make top 8, you lose.
Probably make top 24.
You get some sleeves.
And some cards, I think, still like Wasteland or something for top 24. I think like the prices are pretty decent.
So in that case, Filippo should lose so he can get his Wastelands. So he can play the aggro version. No, of course not.
I think the I kind of like the control version more, but I think this was really very much, you see, like Bartoloměj has a game plan and Filippo only has so many answers. And
I mean, somebody's asking about the record. Like both players are X1.
I believe they are. Are they? Can we get that confirmed?
Can we get it confirmed? That
so I think both players are X1.
6-1, right?
6-1.
Both
true?
of these players.
Oh, okay, well, we're gonna. I would suppose that they are, but we're gonna confirm that. Just in a minute. Okay, so actually both players are 5-2.
Okay.
Which means that this is not, in fact, a top 8 match.
Okay, yes, because a lot of people drew, and Adam can tell us how these draws work.
Oh, draws are fine.
Draws are fine. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
So when you have 18.1 of 7 people who have 18 points and you draw,
it can be a bit iffy with the draws, but no, like I think that the math at the top tables is going to be like there's going to be a lot of people sweating it out for like, can I draw, can I not draw, and then with the a lot of people from the X11 group have already played against each other, so like it might not be paired like from the top to the bottom, in terms of tiebreakers, and so we'll see. Who do you think? Like, who do you like more? Game 3.
I mean, I would play the control version. I like Eternal Dragon. I think it's a super cool card.
Yeah.
But let the better one wins.
Yeah, definitely. I thought if you asked me before this game, I would say that the control match. The control deck has a pretty significant advantage. Now I'm not so sure anymore. Like after seeing how the game 2 plays, it really looked like Filippo has to answer every single threat from Bartoloměj. We saw Hypnotic Spectre, Exalted Angel, Manticore Shade. If either one of those stick, then the game goes downhill very fast. Yes. And you can also include Phyrexian Arena in that.
Yes, I think Phyrexian Arena is like the big saving grace of Filippo's is for Vindicate, so you can answer anything, Arena or that. Yeah. But definitely it is like if you want to beat control deck, you want to diversify your threats. So he needs different cards to answer them.
Yeah, right.
Like say in format like Legacy of Fossil, which in theory can answer anything, which gives control like big edge, or that's very good for them. But in Premodern you need like Disenchant, specifically Disenchant like, for something.
Imagine Disenchant in Filippo's hand last game. Like it would just be dead card the whole game, right? And you need those cards, but then
threats are better than answers.
They are. They absolutely are.
I still like to answer them.
You're still more like the answer guy rather than the threats guy.
I want to destroy everything.
You said that you mentioned you played Burn deck once. Is this the time to share the story?
No, it was like we were going to one town, like I don't know, 60 kilometers from Prague. And when we got there, I realized I forgot my deck.
Oh, so that's how Tomáš Vlček ends up playing Burn.
So I borrowed Commander Monored.
Okay.
In people's binders, I got bolts and surgical extractions.
Okay.
And I played deck that was really more of a one-off. We can actually even find it somewhere.
Yeah.
And somehow I put a lot of Grave Hate into my deck because there was like no reasonable sideboard. And I won like first 2 rounds, and then I played against Reanimator and I won. And then I played against Reanimator when my opponent got Grizzlebrand into play but was afraid to attack. because he thought I would kill him on a backswing.
Oh.
For some reason, I just had that aura that day, and I made top 4. It was only top 4. It was a smaller tournament, and top 8, and I beat another reanimator. I think I put 2 or 3 reanimators in
God.
that with the burn, which is like
But
impossible.
it was Highlander burn with like
Yes.
those.
I played Caught the Hammer and cards like that. And
In
what was fun-
which format we're talking
it
about?
was Legacy. It was Legacy.
You gotta be kidding me.
And a friend of mine later found this. He was in the tournament, and later he found the deck online, and he was like, "I was just trying to see what was this try-hard guy trying to do," and I realized it was me in that event because he just couldn't figure out the deck.
Yeah. Okay. So here you have it. Tomáš Vlček, the master of Highlanders in any format, basically. But okay, so we have this kind of usual back and forth with Duress taking Vindicate, Gerard's already taking Vindicate.
But for sure, we like it for Filippo, right? He gets 3 life, he gets 2 for 1, and there's no threat on board, which is what he wants.
Bartoloměj played second Caves of Koilos instead of Plains. So I'm wondering if that means like he's ready to slam an arena, or
like he has to cast something now, right? He has to.
Right?
Oh, this is non-Tukushet?
It looks like something double black to me, if you ask me. The way he's tapping his lands,
Arena?
that's gonna hurt. But I mean, sure, it's still a great card. Yeah, there we go. Is that? That is the arena.
It's first in
sure.
Arena.
Okay. So now disenchant time, or just smack them with an angel. Duress. Revealing Duress, and what is that other
Is it
card?
like Vendetta or?
Could be some. It's either way. It's something that's gonna end up discarded.
Wow, he does have an answer.
He has the Vindicate. Okay. Yeah, that's what you talked about. Like Vindicate is just the catch-all card, and now Bartoloměj is down to 3 lands, Duress, and an unknown card. You can still take the Decree.
And yes.
Or play a Hypnotic Spectre. Okay, yeah, that doesn't. Right now, there is no answer to that. Like Filippo can play an angel, but there's no second white. Yeah, I mean.
And now he can take both of these cards.
Yeah. Like if he should Duress first.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Don't give him advice. Don't remind him, Filippo. What are you doing?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
But that's huge.
Yeah.
Like discarding these 2 cards.
But like 1 Plains later, and Filippo is in the driver's seat, I believe.
Yes. Like 1 Caves of Koilos later.
Okay. You're an oracle. How did you do that?
I saw it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oof, okay.
But he was still getting 4 life.
He'll get 4 life, right?
Because this, if you don't know it, like morphs, they don't go on the stack. They just happen. So it's maybe a bit unusual ruling.
Can you? Oh, you can't respond to the mana from Caves of Koilos either. It's not like it's a mana ability. Yeah, right. You can respond to the damage from Caves of Koilos being taken, but that means that Filippo would have still already the white mana there. Okay, never mind.
Arena.
Bartoloměj is all gas all the time, and he's on 12.
I think
he's taking a lot of damage there.
But I think that's how it often goes. Yeah. This matchup that like both have nothing, and then. But I think what was huge was that Hippie and Duress and taking those cards.
I mean, the Swords of Plowshares, right, as well. Like otherwise, Filippo could just race, not care about the discard. He's like way ahead on life total, and he's pushing Bartoloměj to have something. But now we're actually in a world where Filippo can't even bring the dragon back because he's gonna end up discarding it or like something.
Yes. Well, he could have tried it, and it's difficult.
I mean, he could have tried it, and then like if he draws a good card, it's 50-50 whether he discards the dragon or maybe what not, right? Like if he's not returning the dragon. So.
Wow.
Wouldn't it make sense to bring the dragon back? Because like you keep the card that you draw, and then it's like 50-50 you discard. I understand that here you don't discard anything, but okay, smaller.
Okay.
The Hypnotic Spectre is out of the way. It already did its damage, but now Filippo can finally bring the dragon back.
I would prefer to start with answering Arena.
Mm.
Do you think he has Death Grasp?
It looks like he has either Exalted Angel or
Exalted Angel. Yeah.
But that means Filippo just brings back the dragon. I mean, if he brought it back last turn, that would have been so much better. Right? I mean, he didn't know what he would draw, but like he would have enough mana for the Smarter and bringing it back.
But then he could also draw Vindicate, and then he wouldn't be able to kill the hippies.
But it's still like 50-50. If you discard the Vindicate, you still have the dragon, right? Like you can still draw a land and block with it. So either way, life totals are swinging up and down wildly. We have Phyrexian Arena, Lifelink Guy, an answer to the Lifelink Guy. You're not...
He didn't. I'd probably kill the Arena.
Would you? But then... So you're taking one more hit from the dragon, and then from the Edgel, and then you play a blocker? That makes more... yeah, maybe that
It's obviously... I'm not saying I'm right, but I just... Like it will take at least like 4 turns before he draws answer for it. And he just keeps on drawing threats.
Yeah.
So I think Bartoloměj is in a driver's seat, and he probably sorts the plowshares now, and that will be the game, I think.
Drawing 2 cards a turn is good.
For how many turns? Like this is
enough turns.
3rd or 4th extra card.
Maybe even more than that.
Maybe even more than that, yes.
So like,
and he probably has like Edict, sorts the plowshares.
That looks like swords.
It's like,
wow, and then you gain 4 from the Angel. You have enough life to spend on the Arena.
Oh.
Okay. Scratch that. You are going to have to start building your threats.
Like what probably Filippo wants is something like Decree.
Yeah, sure. Like to punish Bartoloměj for paying all that life.
6 Angel.
Yeah, that's just infinite angels. There's no Eternal Dragon in the graveyard anymore, so nothing to bring back. And Filippo is still very much with his back against the wall. Bartoloměj is drawing cards like there's no tomorrow. Okay.
Incredible.
Wow.
Incredible game of top decks.
Fireworks. Still, the problem is Bartoloměj is drawing twice as many cards. Like, Filippo can draw the good cards, but like...
Yes. We will, of course, after this round, we'll have a short break, and we will start with quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. We will going to play all those games, all those rounds today.
Yeah, right. That's another Arena. Ooh. Now the decree of justice starts looking interesting on Filippo's side.
15 life.
I mean, you're making what, 5 tokens?
Okay.
Like like Bartoloměj whiffs 1. Okay. That is
okay. So you have Arena. I have Arena.
Let me do that. Like those 7 turns of your Arena in just one fell swoop. I'm gonna go to 10, but that's fine. I have a full new grip, and I'm gonna duress you. And I don't even know if there's anything. Oh, there is.
Vindicate, Dark Jewel. See, a lot of blind.
Yeah, right.
So there are 3 cards that are useless, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I incredible, beautiful.
Okay. And draw 3.
Gerard's verdict.
That's good. But the rituals will come handy once Bartoloměj draws the dead
basically,
grass.
both players are drawing cards and discarding cards.
But you know what? Yeah, right. It's like it's pretty difficult to stick a thread at this point. But I realized having 1 Death Grasp in your deck gives you, you're gonna draw the rituals. They're gonna be dead until the point where you draw Death Grasp. So this is your late game Death Grasp are gonna be huge. So actually, I don't dislike it. I think that's pretty cool.
Maybe Death Grasp for this kind of situation. Like anytime he draws this card, he has just won the game.
He wins, right? Like he goes why would you play the Wretch before the verdict? Oh well, I mean it doesn't really matter, I guess. Like you show your opponent a little bit, but okay. Filippo discard Plains Jar's Verdict. And that signals to me that his hand is also gas. Discarding that verdict and keeping 5 other cards. He definitely hit.
Maybe it's also that Filippo sees he doesn't know about Death Grasp for one. Second, His opponent has Dark Ritual, which unless he has like Nantukushit, it doesn't really do anything.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
he thinks like, why would I
sure,
play
yeah.
Gerard's Verdict when he just
right.
discards two useless cards?
Cycle draw. I gotta say, I love how the game evolved. Like it's nobody has anything, and then everybody has everything.
Yes.
We have an Exalted Angel against the hand of Ritual Unknown card, and that Exalted
Yes,
Angel.
like
so
exile
this is like
five
exile
or six cards.
Okay, I think
Yes.
so. I think so.
Sure, it doesn't do anything.
Probably not. I mean,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it
well, it
prevents
does a
the
lot.
skeletal
Actually, it
scrying
does a
from,
lot, yeah.
Like, it prevents him from having another big skeletal scrying,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And by the way, the Death Grasp, it's actually an image from Phyrexian Arena.
Oh, is
When
it?
in
So
the
it's like
story,
Urza and
in the story,
Gerard?
Yavmot forces Urza and Gerard to fight,
Uh-huh.
and Urza kills Gerard like 5 times,
Oh.
and he always brings him to life. And only when
Yavmot brings Gerard back
Gerard to life,
Uh-huh.
and then Gerard kills Urza, which is Phyrexian Arena image,
Uh-huh.
and then that stays.
Okay, so he doesn't kill the real Urza.
No,
No, he does. He does.
he does.
Oof. Okay.
Because like that was the apocalypse, like everybody has to
Yeah.
die, something like Rogue One.
Okay.
Everybody has to die, so it doesn't meddle with our story.
Oh, right. All right. Huh. Okay, I didn't know that. And then Gerard dies as well, I suppose. Everybody dies.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes, that's
Anybody
on
lives?
Vindicate.
Uh-huh.
Don't moon for me.
So they all
Scientist.
die in the arena.
Yes, in Apocalypse in the
Uh-huh.
edition.
And nobody lives to tell the tale. Not even Squee.
No, I don't remember. I
Okay, all the cards
Squee lives.
go away. Squee lives. We
That's
have
what
we have
we-
Jirka
we-
here who signals,
Yes.
guys, Squee lives. He makes it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bartoloměj is pushing more and more forward with another threat.
Swords of
Swords of
Plowshares.
Plowshares, your Spectre. Okay.
Okay, like now, Reg is not that much of a threat. It stops. It stops like a skeletal scrying. And Filippo has 2. And definitely skeletal scrying could be huge. What is this? Like he's tapping so.
Yeah, like you're drawing.
4 Fangel. Come
Yes,
on.
there we go. And another source of
4 Swords of Plowshare.
This is just a game of like asking questions and then like receiving answers. Do you have it? Yeah, yes you do. Okay. How about this? Do you have it? Oh, you do. Okay, never mind.
Oh, we have from Stefan. He read the books. So Urza dies, but his head survives, and that's how we go to Urza's Planeswalker.
Okay. So Duress. So that's also like that's the one where you ask questions online in the form, and they will tell you what the ability of Urza is. That's the Planeswalker from like on one of the unsets.
No, but Urza is actually. I don't know how the Urza Planeswalker looks like, but there is actually a creature that's Urza Lord Artificer,
Yes.
which came in the newer edition, but I'm not 100% sure about Urza Planeswalker.
Okay, let's see what happens here. There is an Nantukushit which can be
very strong.
just-
It's basically lethal.
Yeah. Is Bartoloměj really a 16 life after drawing all those cards with Phyrexian Arena?
And there are, by the way, I just want to remind you, there are still 2 Phyrexian Arenas.
Yeah, right. Like Bartoloměj has been drawing 3 cards per turn for like.
Now is Wrath of God for sure.
Okay.
Yes, it was clear from his attack.
Yeah, sure. Like you don't really attack with the.
Yes.
Bartoloměj still has a chance to exile something, but he's not exiling that dragon.
I like how he put the
importantly.
dragon on top while it should be on the bottom.
I mean.
Yeah, I don't think it's intentional.
Yeah,
but,
I don't think it's intentional. I don't
But
think
a
it's
very expensive card called Phyrexian Furnace is in this format.
also like Shallow Grave and stuff, but like it wouldn't matter with the Wrath. Yeah, but yeah, you are right. It's slightly more protected against Phyrexian Furnace than it should be.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see another threat.
Hippie.
Yeah, he's also on 9 life right
I mean,
now. So
like Bartoloměj's like lands, that's a mess.
Filippo didn't again bring back the dragon, and here I just really don't like it because like you have all the lands,
Yes.
and like if you draw a blank, you just hold it and you're 50-50 on keeping the dragon for the next turn, right? And like if you draw anything else, you can just play it, right?
What has just happened?
Upkeep, return dragon, pass.
Okay.
And if you're asking what's happening on the other side, Bartoloměj is drawing cards. That's what's been happening for the past 20 minutes, basically.
Like 75 lands.
Gerard's verdict.
Yes.
Okay, that hits the.
What?
But like crucially, it doesn't give him any life.
What is
so
the
like,
other card? What's the bottom card?
We will get to.
Disenchant.
Disenchant.
Why didn't
Because he's planning to kill Bartoloměj that way.
Yeah, but
Bartoloměj is on 5.
I see.
I think that's a legitimate win condition here.
Yes, I don't think it will work.
I'm not saying it will work, but it's like it's legitimate.
But true is that all the Exalted Angels are gone.
Yeah.
There are loads of Gerard's verdict gone.
Right.
He doesn't know about the Death Grasp.
Sure, he could sword his own.
Well,
he's
and that's
targeting
it.
himself, and
That's
should be
it.
it, right? Like he goes to 11. Nice play there, and Filippo on 6.
I think that's it.
Okay, yeah, that should be it. So he goes to 9. Yeah, right. Can we have a Death Grasp just for the audience? You know, like Death Grasp for like what 17?
Yes, please do it. Do it.
Yeah, if you have it, please do it. No, not Expector.
That's not Death Grasp.
Ritual Hypnotic Spectre. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Oh, he would discard?
Yeah, he did
Yeah?
want to discard.
Okay. Oh, he's engineered play.
Yeah,
Wow,
he
for the
actually
degree of
did bring it.
justice.
Okay.
And that's
Well, I think that was very, very interesting.
okay, yeah, that was fun to watch actually.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And it shows you that these decks have a lot of interesting play.
Yeah.
And I think that was, I think it was very
Yeah.
cool.
So this was a battle for top 16, I believe, and because the situation is pretty complicated up there, I think some tables drew, some tables had to duke it out. We're gonna take a break and then come back with the standings after the Swiss, and then we're all good to go for quarterfinals, I believe. So
Yes, I think I like the question is here from Gin and Tonic. How long will be the break? But I think we're almost at the end of the round, right?
yeah,
It's like 10 minutes.
10 minutes until the end of the round. So
10 minutes until the end of the round.
ish.
Yeah, so I think it will be maximum 20 minutes, but I think it will be more like 15 minutes.
I mean, there's always some players playing until like the
Yes.
the
What?
everybody's finished.
Everybody's finished. So
Okay, that was
yeah,
quick.
I think 10-15 minutes and we're back.
Hmm.
So we wrap it here
Yeah.
and see you in a bit.
See you with the quarterfinals when we know our top 8.